Hey, Matt.
Hey, Chris.
How's it going?
Good.
Where are we? What is this place called?
We're at a place called Huguenot Beach in Jax, Florida. Um, we booked a little getaway for just not even a weekend, just a night.
Just the night before Easter.
Just the night before Easter.
We just saw the sunset.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
And to our this the things we do together is for friendship. It's not because we're lovers. So let's get that clear. I like females.
I've watched too many sunsets with you.
Exactly. I like females.
Me
Someone's
too.
gonna cut that and say, I like males. I just did it for them.
They didn't have to cut it.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, the last time we watched the sunset was that, I think we talked about in the last episode, in Japan, where we watched the sunset after exploring Monado City. Where did we leave off on Japan?
We were talking about the incident of like losing a passport. Or
Oh yeah,
something
because we
like
went to Osaka.
that. Yeah.
And cause we went to Osaka. Our friend didn't.
Yeah.
He had to.
God bless his soul, but
He had to deal with life's challenges which was good for him.
I would say for the better. But at the same time, you know, I felt bad as a friend for leaving, but at the same time, he also had a friend who was there who assisted him during his time of need.
He also kind of got him into that predicament a little bit. He didn't help by preventing that.
That is
He
true.
got him drunk. He helped him drink even more, even after the incident. He was like, "Oh, let's go to the 7-Eleven and get some more alcohol."
Yeah, guys, if you're ever in a different city or a different country and all that stuff, you're already plastered. I know your drunk self will be like, let's continue to drink. But in times of needs, when people need assistance, don't go into a 7-Eleven and be like, I need a drink to sober up. I mean, hey, do you? Just don't do it in front of me when I need help.
We're not your dads. We can't tell you what to do, but maybe
But-
don't think about that.
But yeah, where do you want with Japan? Where do you want to?
So you were like, this is ruining my trip. I'm not gonna let this happen. And you're like, and I was having a great time in Osaka
Right.
already, and you were like, oh, I'm gonna go and meet you there.
Yeah.
So you met me there, and it was great.
It was a nice
Because I
time.
sent you that video of the Ritz Carlton,
Yeah,
the fanciest hotel I've ever been in.
put me 5 years in debt. No,
And-
it was good. You paid for it. I Venmo'd you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
I did I had my Amex perks
let's keep it humble.
for it. Yeah. So, yeah, you met me in Osaka, and we just started exploring Osaka, and we went to Kyoto,
Right.
and that was fantastic. I'm glad we went to all these places. I mean, we went to Hirashiyama,
Mhm.
Bamboo Grove,
Oh, that was great.
and you got some great shots.
Yeah. I'll post them on, the IG. But it was good. It was crowded. I'm pretty sure because of Instagram, it kind of overpopulated the
Yeah.
place. Which is like with a lot of things.
Because of what you're doing with your... I'm going to post this on Instagram.
No, see, the thing is, what I do is I make sure I post the wrong location whenever I do things like that, just so it can keep the peace. But yeah,
if we had to
went
find that out on our own, you do too.
Yeah, it was nice. Just seeing so many foreigners and just because this is obviously after COVID.
Were the Japanese people there?
I don't want to make assumptions. Their
Okay.
eyes were slanted.
I think that's racist. Is that
Oh
racist?
no! Hey, no.
It's just
at
an
all.
observation.
Just
you
an
can say it. You're
observation.
Asian.
I am Asian.
It's,
And I don't like. No, I kid. I like all my races. I like NASCAR, Formula One. You gonna get that one?
I like Formula One.
Okay.
I just watched Ferrari.
But yeah, we went over there, and then
Yeah, and we went to the monkey park
yes.
in Kyoto. I think it was Kyoto, or still in Kyoto.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I love the most, I love seeing wildlife, and the best part, the monkeys were great. They were fun to feed. I fed them
Mhm.
peanuts and apple
Yeah.
slices.
I honestly I forgot all about that. Like
One
every
of them
time we
touched
talk about
me.
Japan, it gives me a whole I guess new life because we did that, and every time we talk about it, I look at the pictures and all that stuff and
Yeah.
just relive it.
Now,
I know I'm gonna die from dementia.
probably. Well, yeah, that's why you take so many photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and videos.
Yeah.
So, but the Nara Park with the deer, that was a highlight for sure.
Oh, you. Sorry, I was in deep in thought of just dying in dementia. You can't die in dementia. You basically just die. Oh, but yeah, Nara Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just cherish the memories you have.
Yeah.
Just live in the moment. You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
But yeah, so like Nara Park, you go there. There's an abundance of deer.
And they
And
bow to you.
They bow to you.
They're
Like
very polite.
who knew? Like you go to Japan and then the animals there are respectful. You go to some deer in America, I don't know.
Just
You
gonna-
might get shot.
The deer's just gonna pull out a handgun.
This took a dark turn. But yeah, the deers over there are just like super respectful. you
You feed them.
You feed 'em,
They're
and
really
they-
nice. and
they
they're
do one of
adorable.
these.
Yeah.
They bow and all that stuff. Who knew? I was not like. I get it. The Japanese people respectful. The deer respectful. Even the monkeys when we saw they
Monkeys
were
were kind of
respectful.
nice. They were
Yeah.
nice. They were sweet. I didn't have any issues though. The monkeys when I went to Nepal, they were meaner
Really?
for sure. Yeah. I was just looking at one and he was like, I was taking a photo of him, and he was like, he was behind a chain link fence,
Hmm.
and he smacks the fence
Holy crap!
and opens his mouth to snarl at me, and I was like, come on, man.
Jeez.
I thought we were friends.
Not every country's the same.
No, monkeys are different everywhere. They're all cute though.
But yeah, well, I forgot. Like after that, we went because we stayed in Osaka for like 2-3 nights.
I stayed for 3 years, for 2,
Uh huh.
and we just explored Osaka, Dotonbori, I believe it's what it's called, and it's a whole vibe.
Oh, for sure. It's you can see how different Osaka is from Tokyo.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought I thought Japan was Japan. A different city in Japan was the same. But that's what I liked about you.
That's why you learn. That's why you travel.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty
you
sure
learn.
you guys are probably watching. Matt, what the fuck, guys? I just woke up. I woke up from the stiffest air mattress, and I was laying face first on the air mattress, and my boner. Well, it wasn't even a boner. I had a rock hard solid morning wood, and I didn't know what to do with it.
There's nothing you can do. You're out in the wilderness.
Yeah, I just pissed.
You just gotta wake up and go catch the sunrise like we did.
Yeah.
Osaka, thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I know, Osaka felt like it had a lot of Chinese influence
That is true.
on that. There was kind of like these back streets that had a lot of just bars, really small bars, and
Right.
singing karaoke. That was really cool. Everyone just having a good time, singing karaoke, where you sing along with the bartenders.
Mhm.
I think it was, and lots of there were stores where you would buy almost like flea markets where you would buy restaurant tab folders
I thought you were talking about
getting
something else.
the check. What are you talking about?
The flea market that would sell.
People?
Yeah.
That was a different area. We can get into that.
yeah.
That was a fun discovery. So
Yeah.
it was a lot like deeper into Osaka. Outside of the touristy, it wasn't very touristy, and I don't think it really caters to tourists a whole lot, it seemed. But we stumbled into basically the red light district.
Yeah, and it was interesting.
You have a little grandma saying, come, 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 come. And then
Literally,
she's
she
like,
wants you to come.
and it's like the little old lady and like the young woman who's
Like she's displayed in the middle of
Yeah.
the little, I guess,
just like a
storage
little.
unit.
It was like a little storefront,
Yeah.
and I saw one. We were walking through, and like most of it was like locals,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked it up afterwards, and I read online that a lot of the girls won't cater to foreigners.
Yeah.
So, and because you're walking through, and you have the old lady and the girl, like their face lights up to like start waving at you, and then they see that you're not a foreigner, and they just like stop and like ignore you.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, to each his own. If you feel like doing that and all that stuff, explore.
Just be safe.
I don't know. It's interesting. Just obviously, you see that here in Florida or in just the U.S. You get raided. But like there, it's just like I'm pretty sure it's frowned upon. But man, it's just like a whole advertisement.
Yeah. They're not hiding it or anything.
Not at all.
It's just out. But I think so. Apparently, how they get around it, because I don't think it's legal in
Mhm.
Japan, but the girl like falls in love with you.
Right.
She's like your servant. Like she's gonna serve you tea. Like she's like you're serving you a meal,
Mm-hmm.
but then she falls in love with you
Which is way
for
it's
an hour
interesting.
or however long, and then she like sends you on your way. And that's
With
it.
a lollipop.
With a lollipop.
Like you see these grown Asian men over there just sucking on the lollipop, and they're just, what they did.
You know what? I know. You just look at them and say, "I know."
I know.
There was other tourists, like foreigners, doing the same thing that we were doing, just walking around and
Sucking
just
a lollipop?
exploring it. No, just exploring it.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
like because it was like interesting. It's
I
like
really wanted to ask.
like
what
a weird-
flavor.
it's like a weird tourist attraction.
I really wanted to ask what flavor lollipop they got. I'm like, what flavor? Dick. Did you get flavored dick? It's interesting. But if you have time, feel free, check that out.
Just do it. Why not?
It
It wasn't sketchy. That's the
It
thing.
wasn't.
It didn't feel sketchy. Like if there were a place like that in America, I wouldn't.
I'd bring my kids there.
No, I was saying, if there was a place in America where there like women are advertised, it'd probably be very, very sketchy, and probably be guys with guns around the corner.
Yeah, right.
Staring at you. That would be. It'd be like Taken.
For sure.
Like Taken when Liam Neeson goes out to the sex worker and trying to get information in Paris, and he's like taking up her time. He's like acting all naive, and the guy, like the pimp, comes up to her, coming up and is like, "Are you gonna pay or no? Get out of here!" And he's like slaps him or something.
That was a good accent. Again,
That's how I would imagine most other places in the world are like when it comes to that sort of thing.
I mean, if you think about it, Disney or this,
Is it really any different?
I'll choose this. Bring my kids there. There's no line you would have to wait.
I guess it could be a life lesson for your children.
Right.
Just that'd be a weird subject.
But I
Weird
don't,
conversation.
it's
Is this how you teach your kids about the birds and the bees?
I mean, I don't have any kids, so
Well, one day
one day.
when you will.
I mean,
I hope-
what's crazy? I never had that talk.
I didn't either. We had the internet, and we just were thrust into the world.
Literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
literally.
Okay. After the whole.
So anyway, Osaka's. So just like walking around Osaka,
Mhm.
lots of fun. I was thinking of John Wick 4, where the Osaka Continental.
I don't think I've never seen John Wick.
It's fantastic, but he goes to Osaka, and I was like, John Wick's been here,
Mhm.
and I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that is. I'm gonna have to watch that because
Oh.
I like going to places knowing that people actually just like.
Well, like it's the Osaka Continental, and all the assassins in the Osaka Continental have like samurai swords and stuff, and they're like ninjas, like little samurai ninjas, and it's.
Can
who
you
doesn't
imagine
like a good
being
samurai
a new ninja to the job, and you have my personality, my brain. just like obviously you're supposed to be quiet as a ninja, but me, if I was one, I'm gonna just, before I kill you, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna.
I want to get you.
Just that'd be great.
Where were we? We were in Japan, and there was a little kid, like 5 feet away from us. Like his parents were in front of us, and like he was in front of us, and they were like, he was like straying away from his parents, and you were like, I want to get you. Not so that he couldn't hear you or anything, but it was just like to we can only hear, I want to get you.
Yeah, because think about it. American going to Japan. I'm gonna teach this kid a lesson. Don't stray away from your parents, or someone like me is going to get you. Obviously, we joke here. We love kids.
We kid.
love. Me on 'em.
But you still can't help but think that saying "I'm gonna get you" is really funny.
Ain't no way.
You know, so that reminds me of we started this little joke in Japan. So it's pretty hard. I feel very lucky because I have a lot of really good friends, and I've made more good friends since I've turned 30.
Yeah.
Like I have my D&D group, and it's very important to be social and not, because I feel like there's so many lonely people. Not lonely in like a relationship kind of way. Even like if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, like you don't have many friends. A lot of people don't have many friends, it seems, and so they're kind of like lonely. You don't just like going on camping trips and stuff like that. You should have. It's important to have relationships outside of your romantic relationship. And
this is
and if you don't have either, then you got some work to do. But when we were in Japan, we were like, how do we make friends? And we're standing on like the crosswalk waiting for the light to change, and we're like I can make friends. Watch this. Excuse me.
I was very confident. At that point in time when we were just there was a female who was just like waiting to cross. I felt confident like this person is gonna like engage in a conversation with us, show us around, and with all of my energy, instead of it being loud and proud, it was just excuse me.
Excuse me.
She didn't hear nothing. Just walk straight. Unless she did. Just
no,
ignore the hell out of
I don't think Japan society is very open to like that kind of thing anyway.
Right.
You can't just. They're trying to keep to themselves.
Right.
So that was the wrong place to do it. Maybe you should do it in like
a bar or something.
Yeah. Or maybe in like Shinjuku or with Shibuya.
Some sort of
one of those places. The places where it's much more vibrant and bustling.
Oh yeah. If anything, I'll do it again.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Start doing it here.
Yeah.
Go to Target. Excuse me. What?
How does he know how to speak my language?
Get away from me. Wow.
But after that, we basically just like after Osaka, we just like calmed everything down. Right?
It did things did calm down. We were kind of, I feel like we were enjoying Tokyo at a slower pace. We were rushed into Tokyo, and we were like, oh, I'm gonna walk around everywhere, and then we kind of slowed down a little bit after, the last couple of days after Osaka, and it was a little more just calm and nice. I think that's when we ran into the festival.
Yeah,
the
was nice.
Matsuri, is that what they call them? Festivals are called Matsuri. That was a cool thing to learn. And everyone just like dancing in a circle. Everyone knew how to do the dance. I didn't know how to do the dance. I tried.
I think we have some footage. I have some footage of you attempting, which is cool.
I got some good photos of people there, and it was just a whole
vibe,
a whole atmosphere of it. It was great.
You would have never thought like these people
are lit.
There you go.
These people and a lot of them were like old, like much older. Like I remember this little old lady just doing a dance, and
and they weren't shaking ass.
No, we don't do that here.
Not here, not anywhere, not today, not tomorrow, not now. that was my impression of a Japanese man. But it was dope. Like just going around finding that, and then just walking into some sort of festival. And
Oh yeah, and right before we found that festival, there was like 3 girls playing like a video game online. It was like being
Streaming,
live
yeah.
streamed, and they were behind the green screen and like the glass, and there was like a production, like a studio, and you just can like watch them on the side,
yeah,
and we saw them just playing video, and we saw them on the green, like in front of the green screen, and then the screen, the TV screen
Mhm.
next to it, we can watch what like the stream was actually playing, and it had the video game that they were playing right behind them. That was cool to see that. It's like behind the scenes of a production.
I have videos of it, even though on top it said no videos.
You broke the rules.
I always do, unfortunately. But after that, it was just we kind of settled in, came
Yeah.
back to Tokyo, I think, right?
Yeah,
And then
I think we had one last Wagyu steak dinner.
where?
And it was in Shinjuku, next to the Godzilla. In Shinjuku, there's the Godzilla that hangs over the hotel, and near there was a really nice place that sold Wagyu beef. And,
Right.
And
Okay.
it was really cheap. It was like still like I thought the Kobe beef here, Wagyu was like really expensive here,
Mhm.
and there it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was
it's-
very inexpensive. The cost of living in Japan.
I-
Let's take a lesson from that, America.
You should take a lot of lessons.
My Taco Bell should not be as much as a full Wagyu steak meal in Japan.
I DoorDash McDonald's.
So
17
expensive.
bucks.
Yeah. What did you get?
I don't want to say. 2 double cheeseburgers, 2 burritos, small burritos, 2 hash browns.
They have burritos at McDonald's?
And morning breakfast.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. All right.
But how are you? Good with time?
Yeah, we're good. So it was Japan, lovely time. I can't wait to go back.
I'll
one
go
day.
back, which I
One
did.
day. Which you did. You did go back. You went alone. And how was that?
That's a different story. We can talk
Oh,
about that
okay.
later.
Well, and so I think after Japan, we've started doing more local stuff. Because, like, I don't want to feel like, oh, I have to go on vacation to get away from my life. I want to enjoy doing things locally. So, like, Friday, just a few days ago, I went
Mhm.
paddleboarding and just to catch the sunset. That was lovely.
See,
It's free.
when
kind
you
of.
went on the paddleboard, that you didn't feel like you had to like have some sort of balance, or was it?
You do
just
have to
steady?
balance. You have to but it's not hard. It's pretty big. You don't have to balance too much. It's easy. Don't worry. You can do it.
Because knowing me,
It's not like a surfboard. No, it's big. It's a lot bigger than like a surfboard, and it's easy to just balance.
Okay.
You might feel rocky a little bit, but it's you just get on this paddleboard. You got your paddle. You can always sit or kneel on the paddleboard if you feel the need to, but it's so big and it's stable
Okay.
considering. It's just nice. It's just pleasant to be. It's like a slow sport. You can just, I would love to, you get on the waves and like surf the waves on a paddleboard. That looks cool.
I've
That's
seen
fun.
People do that.
But you just like get on the water like right behind us, and just paddle away, and it's just pleasant.
Can you imagine being on the Titanic? Some dude just inflates a paddleboard and like, get on!
I bet. I bet he would have been able to save
Oh,
Jack.
for sure, yeah.
There was room on the door. There was room on the door party.
Just get. Oh, for sure. Me too.
Yeah. But-
She's just some stingy asshole grandma. She thought about it too. It's like, hey,
I could have saved him.
yeah, because she was like, this man, he ain't got no money.
He was like, what happened? You could have just dumped him.
It was more
Rose.
like removing him off. I got thoughts.
Where was Jack's self-preservation?
I don't know.
He could have, well, he was cold. He couldn't have just like pushed her over like to the other side and like made room. Poor Jack.
Poor those people.
Yeah.
They just needed a paddleboard.
They just needed a bunch of paddle boards.
It would have been just a-okay. But yeah, like going back to it, it was we're trying to do a lot of free things. Not a lot free things, but like just
Things
local
that are
things.
inexpensive and local, like camping at your local camping beach spot. You know, we watched the sunset. We cooked a nice meal with a friend. We had some steaks last night
Mhm.
on the grill, on the campfire. That was good.
Yeah, so
And
that's why it explains a lot when why I'm like I'm dressed a certain way right now.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, I look like F him in the pussy. Oh, actually,
What does that mean?
You never seen that guy? He's like, he grabs the mic.
Oh,
I got. I don't want to. I don't want to blur out because I know the P word is bad. F him in that P. Yeah, you never seen that?
no.
I'm gonna have to show you that.
Is that what you're dressed as? You cosplaying as the guy who just
Kind of.
did
He just
that?
comes up to the news reporter and just grabs the mic. F him in the pussy. There's a
Okay.
whole thing
Oh,
back in I think 2017.
yeah.
Fine days.
Well, anyway, like surfing is
Yeah.
once you have the surfboard, it's free, kind of.
And I'm just saying, this.
Explore your city like a tourist.
And if anybody, this is an open invite. Feel free, reach us out. Come, let's hang out. We need more friends. I'm sick and tired of watching sunsets and sunrises with this guy. You know how many sunrises and sunsets I've seen? And every time we do this, we need girlfriends.
Hey, just let it happen. Don't fight it.
Right.
Just let things happen.
We'll just go ahead and relax. Let them come.
Oh, don't be that guy.
Shout out to my fish. I hope you're okay. I haven't seen you in a few
In
nights,
a few hours.
few hours.
You saw him yesterday morning. We left late. Hey, but I think you should explore. There's so many people. Explore your city like you're a tourist, because then you enjoy just life more,
Mhm.
and you're not like, oh, where's my next trip going? Well, see, in the birds, look at them. They're just flying around and enjoying life. That's what you should be like. Be the seagull that's laughing into the microphone right now. And how many people have you met who've never been out of the state?
Oh, there's a handful.
Yeah.
There's a handful of people who are just they either just go straight to Orlando as their. I mean, I get it. It's a comfort zone for some people.
Yeah.
They don't want to get out. You know,
You gotta seek discomfort and get out of your comfort zone.
which is nice. It's really nice because for one, you get to learn more about other countries or other things that you never think
Yeah.
of. I mean, you can do it on YouTube
Yeah, it's not the same. You want to
It's
have
not.
first-hand experience. You want to just be staring at a screen the whole time.
for sure.
You gotta get out there.
I mean, and I'm pretty sure people will have different thoughts otherwise. But hey,
Hmm.
this is just my thought, my
Yeah.
opinion, my.
No matter how right or wrong it is. Anyway, speaking of which, you want to go surfing?
Yeah.
Let's go surfing.